Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Hilary. I'm a web designer that specializes in SEO. I am self-employed as Proxima Web Design since 2007, and today we're going to go through the helpful content update. We already spoke about this particular update in a previous video. So today is the last day of the 2-week rollout, which means we have a little bit more information than we had in the last video. We have some information being shared among SEOs on Twitter, some examples of categories of websites that are being hit by this helpful content update by Google. And we might actually see some wins for some websites that have been doing it the right way. So I'm already sharing my screen and I would like to go through with you. First of all, we're going to just take a quick look at Google Trends just because we're nosy. So we have Google Trends open. So I'm just going to go through. This is the content over the last 12 months for the helpful content update. And you can see here the interest in this particular search peaks from August 21st to August 27th. And it comes down from that. So going into August 28th to September 3rd, with today being the 8th of September, we can actually see a downtick. So there's half of the searches occurring on Google worldwide around the helpful content update than there were. And we can see here it continues to go down. So from September 4th to 10th, now today is only the 8th, so this is more of a projection on Google's side, that because this is on such a downward trend, people really aren't searching it anymore. We can't really draw much of a conclusion from this, but you would imagine if a lot of websites that didn't deserve to be hit by this were being hit, I would imagine you would see more searches around this particular term. So it does make me think that, and these are just my own thoughts, that this particular update is actually targeting the websites that it was built to target. So let's go a little bit more into that. So Barry Schwartz, Rusty Brick on Twitter, he is well worth following if you're interested in SEO and you just want to stay on top of anything important, any updates or effects of updates. He runs a brilliant blog and he's always posting about it. So I would really recommend that you follow Rusty Brick. So he did post to say that there are trackers that kind of track fluctuation in Google search results. And so he said, to be clear, that Rank Ranger AWEB ranking, I'm not sure how you say that, and SEMrush are all showing Google ranking fluctuations this morning. The others are not yet, but I am starting to see some chatter. And now that was dated today, which is September 8th. So we're just going to go into what he's written up about this, just to see what he spotted. He's really good at collating all of the data that we're getting back from multiple SEOs from various corners of the world. So we're going to take a look at this article written by Barry. So the Google helpful content update movement, yes, but not widespread. So I'm just going to go to here. So what sites are being hit most in Barry's opinion? And his opinion would be really, for me anyway, my top opinion in this particular sector. Well, it seems that sites that literally use AI or computers to write their content in an automated fashion. And so they're after spotting some websites that do fall under this umbrella. So it seems like the lyrics space, so the lyrics to particular songs and websites that just publish the lyrics to each song, got hit pretty hard. And it seems like content that was not written by humans were most impacted. Now, this was our theory, was that this update was actually built to really tackle poor quality AI generated content. And so for the moment, and now it has only finished rolling out today, this particular update, but for the moment, it does look like it's targeted to those websites, which is good. It kind of means we can like breathe a sigh of relief. So he does kind of qualify what he said by saying that there are some examples of sites. So I'll just highlight that there. There are some examples of sites written by humans and not machines that were hit. But it's hard to know if those humans write like machines or if that hit was related to this update. So there is that. And I did notice this myself. So I'll just give an example around this. I have a client that is in the school book sector. He saw a massive surge. And if you would have initially looked at the data in Search Console, it would have looked like this increase that he was getting might have been a result of other websites being demoted and him kind of coming up in the ranking as a result of the helpful content update, because the dates really matched. However, if you look at the search, and of course, those of you with children will know well that this time of year is the back to school season. So if you put in, those kind of searches that his website comes up for into Google Trends, you can see a massive uptick in the actual searches for school books, and he was just well placed to get that traffic. So there is something here in just be careful what you attribute to the helpful content update or not. And I do find Google Trends is kind of handy just to kind of get those areas where it may have been nothing to do with the helpful content update. It may have actually been a surge in that particular area and you were well placed to get that traffic. So it was Lily Ray who actually spotted, and there's another tweet down here, I think, that she had spotted 5 sites that were affected, and they were lyrics websites, which would be quite an automated way of generating content, and Glenn Gabe had found more. Now, he did say also that, Glenn Gabe this is, that he hadn't seen many sites focused on health medical drop with the helpful content update until now. And this particular website he spotted is focused on reviews of health/medical products and has dropped heavily since 31st of the 8th. It has some sketchy content, but overall the reviews are okay. He'll dig in more soon. So just kind of trying to see, and I do believe for some of these websites, it may be a combination of things. So it may not just be the helpful content update on its own. Maybe the helpful content coupled with the fact that they had intrusive interstitials, coupled with the fact that the author wasn't really qualified to speak on that area. And that's a big deal, I think, regardless of the update. I think when you start combining multiple signals, then you may see a drop. But I also don't want people to panic. So, there's always a way to fix these kind of things if your website is in general solid and you have actually done things the right way. So if there's anyone being hit like this, there are things you can do to kind of recover from something like that. Lily Ray said another site seeing a big drop, and they're just continuing to find. So a couple of sites in the math conversion space got hit, similar to the lyrics website. So, and they are seeing some fluctuation as well for all results, which is just something that's being tracked by a lot of the trackers. So I'll just go back to my screen here to chat. I'm going to remove this. Thank you, blogger Nazrul. Thank you so much for joining in. So for the moment, that's all I've got. And I hope you found it helpful. But as I said, it's literally just finished rolling out today. So I am going to check back again. Maybe I'll give it another 2 weeks or 4 weeks, and I'm going to see exactly what we're seeing. Am I seeing anything with my own clients, my own website? I am actually seeing some increases. Now, as I said, though, some of those increases are seasonal. So you've got to be careful what you attribute to helpful content or not, because there's so many different things going on, so many different things playing into it. But I would be happy to share that information. So far, I do not see drops in the websites that are, let's say, doing it the right way. So my hope from taking the information that we've kind of found from other SEOs that are sharing all this information with us, I'm hoping this is really targeted to very obviously AI generated content. So, but as Barry said, maybe some websites, they have written content in a way that might look like it's been written by AI. And that's just meaning that it may be written poorly, it may be bad quality, it may have the wrong grammar, it may have, words in the wrong place, and it may actually just get picked up as that type of content where it actually wasn't. And that's more just of a quality thing of exactly how you're writing your content is more important than it ever was. So really going through it with a fine-tooth comb, looking for misspellings, looking for the grammar mistakes, looking for, the quality for the people who are landing in on the page, and not to forget the basics. Don't forget, this is one signal. There are other signals when people are landing in on your website. Maybe you want to include a video to get video search. Maybe you want to optimize your images. Make sure you compress everything. Make sure your website is fast loading. Make sure you're not including, intrusive pop-ups into people's experience. And make sure, above all, that when it comes down to it and you have your user and you have Google SEO, that your user is coming first and Google is coming second. And that's really what this update is all about. Putting your user first and the SEO should follow. And I'm excited in a way, and I'm hoping just that the algorithm won't penalize the wrong people, and that the algorithm will keep kind of going in this really targeted manner, and that the people who've been doing things right will actually get a reward in the end. So that's my hope. And I will, of course, check back. And thank you so much for joining in. It was a short one today. I hope you're all doing well. Please do subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. And thank you for joining. I will catch you again. Make sure you click the bell so that you don't miss our next update. It might be like 2 weeks or 4 weeks this time. Thanks all. Bye.